I'm a poet, as you know, so where I go is not necessarily the literal image of that, but the mentorship and the ability that you have, the gift that you have of pouring blessing into others, as you have done with your brother, as you have done with so many people in your giving back and in your service at the College Success Foundation as well.
Thank you for acknowledging and for helping me see myself and believe in myself, Gloria, and being a mentor to these people. I can't help but thank them for being the brave souls that they are.
Yes.
I'm here to listen, and I'm here to make that space to help them feel safe, but it's them that's going through that journey.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And it does take their bravery and courage as well. Well said. Well said. So, Hannah, we are just about at the close of our conversation today, and again, I just want to thank you for sharing your heart with our listeners. I know that you have inspired and helped so many people just sharing your story and your journey. And I'm wondering if there's any question, anything that you would have wanted me to ask that I didn't, or anything that you would like to say as we wind down our conversation here. Anything that you'd like to say to yourself or to me or to our listeners?
There's no questions that we haven't touched on. There is one thought and sentiment I want to leave behind to the listeners around the world is thank you for listening to my story. This is my first time ever of speaking and sharing to an audience that I haven't met, but I know that you all are out there, and we're all out there, and we're connected and sharing similar stories. And I'm very humble to have this opportunity. I usually think that my story is just another story, and there are other stories out there, and I'd rather listen to their stories.
Yeah.
And I've been told, when I share a little bit of myself, of my story to other folks, they're thinking, oh, wow, that's so interesting, say more. So I can't help but, again, put on my bravery and step out and share this story with so much vulnerability and humility. And so thank you so much for listening to me.
Well, thank you again, Hannah, and I just appreciate you. I appreciate your humility, your courage, and your love, your passion, and your deep gratitude. So thank you again for being with us, and mercy. I just feel so blessed that you were vulnerable and open and courageous to tell your story. Thank you again.
And thank you, Gloria, for being my mentor and my friend and my teacher all these years. You always have a place in my heart. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome, and the feeling is mutual because you mentor me as well. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, so touching.
All right. Oh, great conversation today. Thanks again to Hannah Nguyen for being my very special guest. Now, if you missed any part of this week's broadcast, you can listen to it right here on Talk Network Radio. You can also catch us in a lot of other places, including Android Alexa, iTunes, and Spreaker.com. Now, before I close today's show, I just want to give a shout-out to all my listeners out there all around the world and all the amazing folks who now know the power of coming in to yourself, the power and beauty of finding and claiming your own true voice, the power and magnificence of developing the confidence and the courage to move beyond fear. I love these lines from Persian poet Rumi. And he says, move, move, but not the way fear wants you to move. He goes on to say, take down a musical instrument instead. What is he saying? Rumi is simply saying, move beyond fear. And move into gratitude. Move into faith, into love, into vision, into integrity, into inspiration, and live into your legacy now. Because when you do, you will make a difference in your own life, and you'll also make a difference in the lives of others. And you can make that difference day by day, step by step, moment by moment, smile by smile, every single day, 365, 24/7. Okay. If you happen to miss any part of this week's podcast, or if you missed last week's show, you can listen to my podcast at your convenience. You can even listen to it on the go. Check us out at www.talknetworkradio.com/legacyliving.html. I'm going to repeat that. That's www.talknetworkradio.com/ and then it's the name of the show, legacyliving.html. Before I close today, I want to thank each of you for tuning in to my show, for allowing me to share a bit about my journey with what legacy living is all about. Not just living and learning, but living and learning and serving so that you can make a difference in your own life and in the lives of others. It's about being on purpose every single day, 365, 24/7. Let me tell you, legacy living is one of the many ways to make your life count. Once again, I want to thank you for joining me for today's show. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Burgess, and this has been Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. Please join me again next week right here on Talk Network Radio for another show of Legacy Living, Make Your Life Count. We're here again next Wednesday, 10 a.m., right here, Talk Network Radio. Don't just count the days in your life. Make the days in your life count. That's what legacy living is all about. Have a fantastic day, and remember, make the days in your life count. God bless. That's our show today. I'm your host, Dr. Gloria Burgess. I hope you'll join me again next week. Until then, don't just count the days in your life. Make the days in your life count. That's what legacy living is all about. Here's to you. Have a fantastic day. Be sure to make it a yes kind of day. And remember, celebrate. Celebrate the music of your life. Make the days in your life count.